Okay, we should be live. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another live stream. Let me know if the audio and the video is working fine. But it should be working fine. Okay, just going to check one last thing. Okay, and feel free to send in your altcoin requests. Welcome everyone who's watching this as a recording as well. This will be up after the live stream is done over on YouTube. Yeah, I've had some technical issues with my streaming software for the past few weeks, so unfortunately wasn't able to live stream as we usually do on the weekends, but now we should be back in full swing. So let's take a look at Bitcoin real quick and let's see what's going on. It looks like it's very undecisive. So we have this descending resistance trend line. As you can see, the last time we hit it was back at the end of July, and the first time was here in April 2024. So we keep hitting this and we keep creating lower highs, and at the same time, we are creating lower lows with these lows here. So this is like a broadening descending, and usually it. Okay, is everything fine with the stream? Should be fine. Again, I'm not sure if this is like this because my internet is very good. I do not know why the software is doing this. So usually what happens with these patterns is we have a break to the upside. And whether that's going to happen this time around in October, or we're going to have another retracement down and we're going to have a bounce in November, December, we don't know. But the elections are coming up pretty soon, and usually we do have a rally in the elections. Hey, Sean, we'll take a look at Crust as well. And let's zoom out and take a look at the Fibonacci retracement that we have. So this is set from the December 2022 bottom all the way up to the November 2021 bottom. Or rather, that's a November 2022 bottom and November 2021 bottom. So the Bitcoin bear market was 365 days almost. And what we're looking for is the $96,000 target, which is the first target on our list. The other one is going to be the 1.414 at $117,000, and then the 1.618 is sitting at $156,000. Whether all three of them are met in this bull market or not is a different question. If we take a look at the previous cycles, the 1.618 was always met, and then some. Like sometimes we even went past the second fib level. So it depends on how bullish we get this time around. There's obviously a lot more people in the markets. I do want to talk about this pattern real quick. So this is a cup and handle pattern, and this was brought to my attention by one of our patrons, Jude. And this is a bullish pattern. So you can see we've highlighted the cup of the pattern. We've highlighted the handle, which is this channel down pattern on the right. And then you have the neckline, which connects the two peaks of the cup. And once we have a breakout out of that range and past the neckline, we should be very, very bullish on Bitcoin. Again, I'm not sure what's going on with the stream. Just let me know if it's working properly. It should be working properly. Let me check it on a different device here. Okay. Seems like it's working fine. Maybe sometimes there's some lags, but unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about it right now. Okay, this should have fixed the issue, hopefully. Now it should be better. Let me know if it's lagging still or not. But I think I fixed the issue. So we're waiting for a break out of this channel down pattern, as you can see. And once that happens, we should be bullish. And once we take out this April high at $71,500, that should be a major sign that we're moving to our next target, which hopefully can be met in the first quarter of 2025. If we take a look at the stochastic, let's actually switch to the month here from that to the first half of 2024, and we're probably not going to come back down as low as we were back in 2022. Like if you're expecting these kind of values, then that's not going to happen. But we are possibly going to go slightly lower to maybe meet this March 2020 low from the COVID crash that we had 4 years ago or 4.5 years ago. But overall, the stochastic has recovered enough. The RSI here has recovered, in my opinion, enough for another move to the upside. If you take a look at this little fractal over here, so what, in my opinion, what's going on right now is we're going through this section of the bull market. So this is what we're going through here, and then we're waiting for that move to the upside. We're just slightly higher than we were in 2019 than we are right now in 2000. Printed the speak. We printed the speak, retracement, a move to the upside, a move to the upside. And within that retracement, there was a period where people thought that everything's going to zero because of the COVID crash. And then a similar thing still hasn't happened to the extent of that COVID crash, but we already had a few crashes within this retracement. Elorm, how are you doing, my friend? Very nice to see you. Apologies for the stream if it's lagging. There's nothing I can do about it. My internet is doing amazing. It's the software. Something's wrong with the software. NEAR, we'll take a look at NEAR as well. We'll take a look at NEAR. So overall, Bitcoin is doing pretty good. If you take a look at the weekly chart over here, we're above the 20 MA on the weekly. As long as we can maintain that, we should be good for continuation. And if you zoom out and you take a look at what we've done, then this is a good, it's always good to zoom out and see what's going on in the grand scheme of things. So we printed our wave 4 here. This wave 4 bottom is, in my opinion, already, it's pretty much certified that the September low is our wave 4. Unless there's a major crash for some reason and we drop below $50,000, then yeah, then things could go south. But as of right now, it looks like this was our wave 4, and now we're starting to build that wave 5. Obviously, it's not going to go up in one big sweep. It's going to be in stages and sub count of waves. So just be patient and make sure to dollar cost average when you have the opportunity. I'm good, and you? I'm also good, my friend. I am also good. Finally back to streaming too. Now let's take a look at the FedWatch tool, CME FedWatch tool. The expectation is that we're going to be having another cut, and after the most recent job report too, but we'll see. Things can change. Things can change very, very quickly once we have maybe more news coming out. The percent of investors are expecting, and because the CME FedWatch tool is accurate most of the time, is if the if the investors are for the most part expecting a cut, then there will be a cut. Now let's take a look at the CBBI into that top in March. Are we back? Should be back. So we just had a retracement from the top in March into the bottom here in September. And once we start getting above the, so if you take a look at this here, once the chart starts turning red or dark red, right, or this moving average starts turning dark red, that's when you're almost getting to the, you're technically getting to the peak of the cycle. Because if you take a look at the November 2013, you take a look at the December 2017, you take a look at November 2021, or even this is April 2021. November wasn't even that wasn't even that red. So technically, and a lot of people do agree with this, the Bitcoin picture, then that is going to be your call for the Bitcoin top. Of course, you want to be taking profits before that. You do not want to be sticking around for the absolute end of the bull market, because no one is going to be able to catch that. But I'm going to leave a link to this indicator down below in the description, because it's a pretty useful tool to use. And the other one, obviously, the famous Bitcoin rainbow chart. So we're still sitting in basically a fire sale, and it's crazy. It's been a very long journey from the bear market bottom for Bitcoin, but in terms of this indicator, we're still sitting at the fire sale section of the rainbow, and that's fine. Once we start moving up, I would expect us to peak somewhere in the, is this a bubble and FOMO intensifies? I do not think we're going to be getting overbought to those red levels, which is the maximum bubble territory, which we did back in 2013 and back in 2017. So as a 21 bull market didn't get to those levels. We only got to, so FOMO intensifies was the peak there for us. And this is the revitalized rainbow chart. I do believe there was a different one, and it was slightly different setup, but the old one, yeah, this is the original chart, and this is the new chart. So on the new chart, we're in the accumulate area, almost in still cheap. So in the green zone there. And once we start coming up in this, like on this upgraded chart, we could get to sell, seriously sell, which is the second to last color. So that dark orange before the red, before the burgundy red, that's where we could get to. Again, I'm going to leave this down below in the comments. Welcome everyone who's joining the stream. Okay, let's see if we can do some quick TAs for your altcoins. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with StreamYard for some reason. Okay, hi Hazi, can we look at Crust, please? Let's take a look at Crust. And let's pull out the CoinMarketCap page. So $5.7 million market cap. So what I don't like about this chart is the fact that we dropped below the October 2023 bottom. That's not really good, because you don't want to be losing major support levels. And you just did that, and you didn't retest it as resistance yet, but you're already printing new all-time lows. So effectively, Crust is still in a bear market. That's the reality of the situation. You can add a descending trend line here if you want to, but at the end of the day, it's not showing much strength right now. That doesn't mean that things cannot change in the future or in the near future. As you can see, we had this pump back in February, And this was a really good area to take some profits if you're looking to get out. This was the same level we ran into back in February 2023. So this was essentially 1 year apart from both peaks. And we lost that neckline. So technically this is a double top, you could say, and you're losing your support there. So not a good sign. Once we get into the alt season, of course, things could change. This is a low cap project, so I don't think that we can essentially write it off, because these low caps tend to pump very, very quickly. And I just want to take a look at the vesting schedule for Crust Network. Let's do a table. Okay, so all of the tokens have been unlocked essentially. October 2024 was the final unlock, if I'm not mistaken. No? Oh yeah, there we go. So 44% is untracked. Tokens may be unlocked at any moment. Yeah, so if you're looking to get into Crust, now is a good time to be doing that, if you're bullish on the project. Let me check my stream again. I'm not sure why it's lagging. I do apologize, guys. Okay, well, hopefully the issue is going to be fixed for tomorrow, because I am planning to stream tomorrow as well. So we're going to try to run through all of these very quickly. Okay, near 1 hour to 4 hour time frame, please. Let's take a look at near. This is too zoomed in, so I'm not sure if you're looking for a short-term trade, but this is way too zoomed in. So on the 1 hour, we're potentially looking at a resistance over here. This is from the top in October. On October 2nd, we also have an ascending support trend line here, which could lead to a breakout from this pattern. And then you may run here at roughly $5.25, and then you have $5.14. So these are just small little setups for you, because if you break out of this area over here, you may run into both of these levels. If we take a look at the 4 hourly, 4 hourly is a bit more cleaner. It's a bit more clean, and same thing pretty much. I would be targeting the same two local bottoms from September, but if you take a look at the overall uptrend from August 2024, then this is a really, really bullish chart, because we are printing higher highs and higher lows. So that's your first low, higher low, higher low, higher low, your high, higher high, and another higher high. So this is a constant uptrend that Near Protocol is in. So this is a really, really good sign. I personally do hold Near Protocol. This is one of my top holdings. And we're sitting at the 20, or just above the 20 EMA here as well. But let's switch over to CoinTrader, and I want to take a look at the weekly here. So Near Protocol, just like a lot of other coins, have broken out of their channel down patterns. And now they're coming back down to retest it as support, which is all good. This is what you need to see after a breakout. We also bounced off the 55 EMA on the weekly and the 0.5 on this major Fibonacci that we've got set up. So $4.50, great entry point. The fib is set up in October to the top in January 2022. And when I said October, I meant October 2023. So once we're able to bounce off the 55 again and hopefully maintain both the EMAs, both the 20 and the 55 EMAs as support, we could have a very nice move to the upside here. We could have an EMA squeeze, if you will, and then we're going to break above the local top there, and your next target is going to be $10.57. That's just based on what we're seeing here. Of course, if we dump below the 55 and we start bouncing off of the EMA negative sign, and we're going to have more targets to the downside. As of right now, there's no reason for me to assume that based on this chart. If we take a look at the stochastic and the RSI, the RSI is sitting in the middle here, so still a great buying opportunity for anyone who's looking to get a safe altcoin, a safe, let's say 7 to 10x. And then you have your stochastic here that's slowly trying to approach the overbought. But keep in mind, just because you're approaching the overbought does not mean you've reached the top of the move, because while the stochastic was dumping here in February this year, the price action was moving to the upside. And then once again, we had a move to the upside. So don't trade based on the stochastic alone. That's very important. And the MACD here is about to print a bullish cross, which is historically, let's see how bullish this has been historically. So the last time we had this was back in, let's see. So that was back in November 2022, which was all the way here. That's when we printed our last bullish cross on. And at that point, the stochastic was very low. The RSI was very low. Right now, the RSI is quite low, but not as low. And the stochastic is obviously approaching the overbought soon. But still, this could be a really good indicator. Repeat, but they do rhyme. So very bullish on NEAR. For large transfers. Do you know another platform that don't have high fees for us? Unfortunately, I don't know, because I don't do those large transfers through centralized exchanges, so I can't really give you any advice, my friend. I'm not sure if anyone knows of any platforms, but maybe someone in the comments can give us a little tip. Arif, hello Hazik, could you look at PLS, Pulse Chain, and Hex? So we're going to do one token per person. So let's take a look at Pulse Chain. Pulse Chain USD. There we go. And let's quickly open up the CoinMarketCap page. $866 million market cap. This is self-reported. The token has been trading since May 2023. And this is available on MEXC and no Dexis. That's not a good sign. Usually when you have Dexis, that's shows there's liquidity. So we have a descending support trend line here. And we did lose this September 2023 low, which is not a very good sign. If we set up a Fibonacci retracement from the top in March 2024 to the bottom in September 2023, then our 1.272 target is sitting at 0.501620. Is that 5 or 4? No, that's 4 zeros. Apologies. 401625-ish. But we did not get down that low. We recovered, and right now we're having 4 bullish weeks in a row. And we're up approximately 80. Send this just like that. The 55 EMA could be a resistance for us. So maybe you want to take some profits. Maybe you want to be good levels to sell some tokens. If you're looking to hold long term, then by all means, if you're bullish on the project, by all means, you can hodl and dollar cost average. The stochastic isn't the overbought. The RSI had quite a pump here. It did go up 82% though. Keep that in mind. So if you want to be buying in right now, I would definitely wait for a bit. Yeah, so I think this is, it's just very hard to do this when the connection for some reason is getting interrupted. I'm gonna look into the issue behind this, and hopefully for tomorrow the live stream should be going fine. All right, sorry about this, guys, but hopefully you all enjoyed as much as you could have enjoyed this live stream. Thank you all for joining. Make sure to take a look at the links down below that I mentioned in the comments with the Bitcoin indicators, the CBBI and the rainbow chart. Once again, thank you all for watching. Stay safe and take care, guys.